Imagine, for a moment, that you are standing on the threshold of a world that merges past and future in an enchanting symphony. A place where time seems to have run wild, painting over centuries-old traditions with hues of modernity, yet preserving its essence like a poem etched in eternity. I invite you to journey with me into the heart of such a place, Vietnam, an exotic country cradled in the arms of Asia. Close your eyes and let your senses guide you through this fantastical odyssey. First, immerse yourself in the intoxicating aromas wafting from street kitchens, mosaics of sizzling noodles, simmering faux broth, and succulent grilled meats fanning out across labyrinthine alleys. These aren't just meals being prepared, but stories unfolding under the watchful gaze of ancient recipes passed down generations. Now open your ears to hear Vietnam's symphony, the rhythmic ebb and flow of daily life punctuated by bicycle bells ringing, vendors calling out their wares, monks chanting at dawn echoing off temple walls, all harmonizing with the timeless whispers from rippling paddy fields, swaying under endless skies. As we delve deeper into this narrative quilt stitched together by human experiences as varied as its terrain, remember that every story is born from conflict, even those bathed in beauty like Vietnam. The resilient spirit of people here has been forged in history's crucible. Their smiles hide tales of wars fought and won not only on battlefields, but within hearts and minds too. Feel this resilience as your feet tread upon Hanoi's old quarter cobblestones worn smooth by countless footsteps before yours, or when walking along Saigon's skyscraper-lined avenues, which pulse with youthful energy while bearing silent testimony to eras gone by. Breathe deeply as we ascend into mist-filled mountains, where hill tribes still cling to age-old customs amidst green terraces sculpted by ancestors long gone. Here, the air tastes of damp earth and unspoken stories. Then descend into the emerald depths of Halong Bay, where limestone karsts rise like dragons from the sea, each one a silent sentinel guarding secrets only the waves could whisper. Now let your fingers trace the intricate brocade patterns woven by Hmong artisans in Sapa, or feel the rough graininess of incense sticks being rolled in hue. In this tactile landscape, every texture tells a tale as complex and unique as its creator. Let's not forget to taste Vietnam, a culinary journey that's as much about discovering flavors as it is about understanding people who pour their hearts into every steaming bowl and grilled morsel. From street food vendors to high-end restaurants, there's an honesty in Vietnamese cooking that mirrors its people, bold yet balanced, simple yet sophisticated. As our journey unfolds, you'll encounter dichotomies that define Vietnam: chaos and calm, tradition and transformation, struggle and success. You'll meet people whose lives are chapters in Vietnam's evolving story. Farmers tending rice fields under monsoon skies, mirroring their ancestors' resilience. Entrepreneurs transforming cityscapes with innovative ideas, echoing their ambition for a brighter future. Monks preserving spiritual traditions amidst modernity, reminding us of enduring humanity. Vietnam isn't just a country, but a canvas where life paints its most vivid portraits. A place where every sunrise dyes river waters gold, offering promises of new beginnings, while sunsets over ancient pagodas whisper tales of yesteryears still etched onto today's skyline. But above all else, remember this: no matter how picturesque the landscapes or fascinating the culture might be at first glance, what truly makes Vietnam exotic and mysterious aren't things you can see or touch, but feelings you experience within yourself when immersed in its rhythm. It's more than just another spot on a map. It's an opportunity to witness life in its rawest, most authentic form. So, come along on this journey through the beating heart of Vietnam, a place where every sight and sound is a note in an unfinished symphony. Let us explore together and unravel the enchanting mystery that is life in one of Asia's most exotic countries. This isn't just about discovering Vietnam. It's about uncovering another layer of our shared human condition. And as we embark on this odyssey, I leave you with a Vietnamese proverb that echoes their philosophy. Di Iwi Ko Kai Si. It means under the mountain there's a bridge, Above the river, there's a hut. In essence, it implies that no matter how challenging your path may be, there will always be shelter and support to help you cross over to the other side. This is life in Vietnam, richly layered like its history, beautifully complex like its people, incredibly inspiring like its landscapes. A journey into understanding not just a country but humanity itself. Picture this, waking up to the buzz of motorbikes zipping through narrow streets, the far-off echo of vendors calling out about their fresh produce. The scent of simmering pho wafts through your window, teasing your senses with its tantalizing aroma. This is life in Vietnam, a country that's as vibrant and pulsating as a heartbeat. Vietnam isn't just another destination on the map. It's an immersive experience that leaves you breathless and yearning for more. Nestled in Southeast Asia, it's a treasure trove filled to the brim with culture, history, and natural beauty that has been patiently weaving its story for thousands of years. Imagine strolling down Hanoi's old quarter. Every brick here seems to whisper stories from times gone by. Ancient houses huddle shoulder to shoulder along labyrinth-like alleys where time feels suspended. Here you'll find artisans perfecting age-old crafts passed down generations, from silk weavers to incense makers. Meanwhile, Saigon, or Ho Chi Minh City, presents a stark contrast with towering skyscrapers crowding over wide boulevards, while neon lights illuminate the night sky reflecting off gleaming glass facade. But amidst this urban jungle finds its heart in places like Ben Thanh Market, where tradition thrives amidst modernity. But what truly makes Vietnam exotic is not just its landscapes, but its people. Warm-hearted souls who wear welcoming smiles brighter than any sunrise you've ever witnessed. They are resilient and hardworking yet know how to relish life's simple pleasures, be it savoring a bowl of steaming bun bo hue at a roadside stall, or engaging an animated game of Xian Chi under the shade of ancient banyan trees. Take Pham Van Dao, for instance. He isn't just a rice farmer tending his water-laden paddy field under the shadow of karst mountains in Ninh Binh. He's a guardian of his ancestors' traditions, a man who finds joy in the rhythmic cycle of planting and harvest, contentment in the whispering winds that carried tales of his forefathers. Or consider Nguyen Thi, Kim Lien, who runs a bustling pho stall in Da Nang. She isn't simply serving bowls of Vietnam soul food, but is preserving a family legacy that spans decades, stirring stories along with spices into her aromatic broth. This is life in Vietnam, where past and present coexist harmoniously, where concrete jungles give way to lush rice terraces, where bustling cities sleep under the protective gaze of silent mountains. It's a place where every grain of rice tells tales of patience, every silk thread narrates stories of craftsmanship, and every bowl of pho encapsulates the warmth and resilience of its people. Vietnam might be known for its exotic beauty, but it's the mysteries waiting to be unraveled that make it truly captivating. Like how, despite being ravaged by war not so long ago, it stands as an epitome of strength today, resilient like bamboo bending yet unbroken by storm. Or how, despite rapid modernization, it holds on to tradition fiercely, like robust coffee clinging onto condensed milk before surrendering itself into sweet surrendering. And then there are hidden gems waiting to be discovered, from ancient Champa ruins silently standing amidst wilderness in my sun, to serene water puppet shows unfolding on Hanoi's Hon Kiem Lake, under starlit skies. So pack your bags and let curiosity lead you down winding alleys and across misty mountains as you embark on this journey through Vietnam. An adventure filled with mouth-watering delicacies, heartwarming encounters, fascinating history lessons, and breathtaking landscapes that promise more than just pretty pictures but timeless memories etched deep within your heart. It's time to unravel this land, whose story remains beautifully complex like its people yet incredibly inspiring like its landscapes. This is Vietnam, the most exotic and mysterious country in Asia, beckoning you to delve deeper and explore further. So come, let's uncover this Asian enigma together, one captivating chapter at a time. So, you're intrigued by the mystique of Vietnam, aren't you? As we continue our exploration deeper into the heart of this exotic land, Let's talk about its vibrant cities and serene countryside. Here, modernity merges with tradition in a dance as old as time itself. Take Hanoi, for instance. It's like an open history book where chapters from different eras coexist side by side. Stroll down its bustling streets and witness French colonial architecture alongside ancient temples that whispered tales of a time when emperors ruled over the land. The old quarter is indeed a living museum, where each street was once dedicated to a specific trade guild during the days of yore. Just around the corner, though, you'd find yourself in an entirely different world, lined with sleek skyscrapers and state-of-the-art business centers making up Hanoi's thriving tech scene. As if mirroring the city's duality, young Vietnamese can be seen zipping through traffic on their motorbikes, clad in traditional AO dye, while chatting away on their latest smartphone. Now, let's switch gears and head south towards Ho Chi Minh City, or Saigon as it is fondly known by locals. This city never sleeps. It buzzes with life day in and day out. From sizzling street food stalls to high-end restaurants offering world cuisine, from local marketplaces bursting with colors to swanky malls showcasing luxury brands, Saigon offers something for everyone. But there's more to Vietnam than just its bustling cities. Step beyond urban confines and behold nature's orchestra at play. In the vast countryside dotted with lush rice paddies stretching till horizon meets earth. These fields are not just scenic landscapes, but lifelines for millions who depend on them for sustenance. In these rural corners lies another gem worth exploring. Ethnic minority tribes like Hmong or Dao residing primarily in mountainous areas of northern Vietnam, such as Sapa or Ha Giang. Their vibrant clothes, traditional customs, and unique languages add yet another layer of diversity to the rich cultural tapestry of Vietnam. Now, let me take you along the lengthy coastline that stretches over 3,000 kilometers. It's an endless expanse of white sandy beaches punctuated by towering limestone cliffs and secret lagoons waiting to be discovered. One such destination is Ha Long Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that seems almost otherworldly with its emerald waters and thousands of jagged karst formations piercing through the sea surface. As we navigate these diverse landscapes, let's not forget about Vietnamese cuisine. It's a gastronomic adventure in itself, from pho, the hearty noodle soup infused with fragrant herbs, banh mi, baguettes filled with pickled vegetables and grilled meats, to Saffé Trong, egg coffee, which may sound odd, but trust me when I say it's incredibly delightful. Yet, what truly sets Vietnam apart is its resilient spirit reflected in its people, who have weathered wars yet emerged stronger than ever before. They are warm, welcoming souls, always ready with infectious smiles that can brighten even the gloomiest day. What's more, the cost of living here is relatively low compared to Western standards, making it an attractive destination for digital nomads and expats alike who want to experience high-quality life without breaking their banks. So there you have it, a sensory overload ranging from bustling cities bursting with life, serene countryside offering tranquility amidst chaos, exotic locales steeped in mystery, and mouth-watering cuisine promising unprecedented gastronomical journey. This is life in Vietnam, a nation drenched in history yet pulsating vibrantly towards future, where tradition coexists harmoniously with modernity. Vietnam invites you to embrace its paradoxes, challenges you to immerse yourself into its enigmatic charm, until you find yourself lost in it. Then will you truly find the essence of this exotic and mysterious land. So, are you ready to uncover more? As we delve deeper into the Vietnamese way of life, your senses will be assailed by a riot of colors and scents that takes you on a sensory journey unlike any other. Imagine walking through bustling marketplaces teeming with vendors hawking everything from exotic fruits to handmade textiles, where the comforting scent of pho being cooked over charcoal stoves wafts through narrow alleys. This is Vietnam, an intoxicating mix of old-world charm and futuristic dynamism. For instance, let's take you to Hanoi, the capital city brimming with energy and vibrancy. Here, Cyclo-drivers pedal through narrow streets, while locals sip their strong coffee at roadside cafes. The cityscape is dotted with colonial buildings painted in pastel hues standing shoulder to shoulder with towering skyscrapers, a testimony to its rich history and progressive future. But Vietnam isn't just about bustling cities and crowded markets. It's also home to tranquil bays like Ha Long Bay, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Picture yourself cruising amid thousands of limestone islands rising majestically from emerald waters, each one veiled in greenery. An ethereal experience that feels more fantasy than reality. And then there are places like Sapa up north, where terraced rice fields carve beautiful patterns onto mountainside. Here you might find yourself trekking through lush landscapes under the watchful eyes of grazing water buffaloes, while hill tribes go about their daily lives as they have for centuries. Let's not forget about food. After all, Vietnamese cuisine has garnered international acclaim for its fresh ingredients and complex flavor. From slurping up bowls of hearty pho in Hanoi's Old Quarter to crunching down on crispy banh mi sandwiches in Saigon street stalls, every meal here is an adventure for your taste buds. Now, picture this: strolling along lantern-lit streets in Hanoi, an ancient town, during the monthly full moon festival. You'll witness a magical sight as locals float candlelit lanterns on the river, creating a shimmering spectacle of lights reflected in the water, a tradition rooted deeply in Vietnamese culture. Speaking of which, Vietnam's cultural tapestry is richly woven with influences from its ethnic diversity and historical past. You'll see this in the folk music performances at communal houses in rural villages, and the elaborate water puppet shows that tell tales of legendary heroes. And let's not overlook those everyday moments that make life here truly unique, like witnessing locals practice Tai Chi as dawn breaks over Hoan Kiem Lake, or watching fishermen cast their nets into the sea off Moi Nai's coast. Moments like these reveal a slice of life that remains untouched by time and modernity. Yet amid all this beauty and charm, Vietnam has its challenges too. Stark reminders of its tumultuous past can be seen in war remnants museums, while rapid urbanization brings about its own set of issues, like traffic congestion and pollution. But to observe how Vietnamese people navigate these challenges with resilience and optimism offers yet another perspective into their way of life. So you see, life in Vietnam is indeed an exciting journey filled with contrasts, where timeless traditions coexist with modern development, where nature's grandeur is juxtaposed against human-made marvels, where every corner holds surprises waiting to be discovered. Yet, what truly sets it apart is not just its exotic appeal, but also its enigmatic allure, one that beckons you to delve deeper until you find yourself utterly lost. Only then will you begin to unravel the mysteries behind this fascinating country, nestled within Asia's heartland. Vietnam invites you to experience all these for yourself, to taste, breathe, feel, hear live it. So dive right into this immersive journey through one of Asia's most exotic lands. In essence, this is life in Vietnam, a living testament to the resilience, resourcefulness, and charm of its people. Here, each day brings forth a new tale waiting to be told. Tales that are as captivating as they are educational. And it's these stories that make Vietnam not just a place to visit, but an experience to cherish. So, are you ready for what Vietnam has in store for you? Because once you dive into this immersive journey through one of Asia's most mysterious lands, there's no turning back. So, my friend, we've already journeyed deep into the vibrant heart of Vietnam's bustling cities, traversed its awe-inspiring landscapes, and dipped our toes in the rich tapestry of its culture. But there is so much more to this enigmatic country that awaits your discovery. Imagine waking up early in Hoi An, a place where time seems to stand still. The city is just stirring from its slumber. You can hear the distant hum of fishing boats returning with their morning catch. As you walk through the narrow lanes lined with yellow canopied houses, it feels as if you've stepped back centuries. Every corner here whispers a tale of heritage and history. Now picture yourself seated in one such quaint cafe by the riverside, savoring a bowl of pho, Vietnam's treasured noodle soup, as you watch life unfold around you. The steam rising from your bowl carries an intricate blend of flavors. Star anise and clove meet cinnamon and cardamom, dancing together on your taste buds in a symphony that tells stories about Vietnamese culinary traditions passed down through generations. But life in Vietnam isn't all old world charm and culinary delights. It thrives on contrasts too. Take Ho Chi Minh City for instance, where skyscrapers kiss the clouds alongside ancient pagodas bathed in golden hues. Here, motley colors of street markets clash joyfully with sleek air-conditioned malls selling international brands. And yet amidst this frenzy lies tranquility, found within quiet temple courtyards or during late-night conversations over cups of strong cà Sua Da Di, Vietnamese iced coffee. At roadside stall, imagine cruising along Mekong Delta, aptly known as Vietnam's Rice Bowl. As you glide past verdant rice paddies stretching out like emerald carpets under clear blue skies, notice how life here is rhythmically synchronized with nature's cycles. The locals, with their conical hats and warm smiles, are as much part of this landscape as the water buffaloes wallowing in the muddy water surf. Now picture yourself in Sapa, nestled amidst misty mountains. As you tread along narrow paths etched into terraced rice fields, let your fingers gently graze over the tender grains that will soon feed millions across Vietnam. Here, life is simple yet profound. Communities rely on each other and nature to survive in these remote highlands. It's a humbling experience that takes you back to humanity's roots and makes you appreciate the luxuries we often take for granted. But Vietnam isn't just about tantalizing senses or invoking introspection. It's also about celebrating life. Observe how locals enthusiastically indulge in Bia Hoi, freshly brewed beer enjoyed at street corners, while exchanging stories and laughter under starlit skies. Or join them during Tet, Vietnamese New Year, where homes become canvases of reds and golds, streets echo with lion dances, and everyone shares wishes for happiness and prosperity. It's incredible how every aspect of Vietnamese life is steeped in tradition, yet pulsates with modern energy. From serene Buddhist rituals carried out amidst incense-filled temples to vibrant K-pop music blaring from trendy karaoke bars. From ancient folk arts like water puppetry, trend-setting fashion inspired by global styles. Everything coexists harmoniously here. So you see, my friend, experiencing Vietnam isn't just about visiting its places or sampling its cuisine. It's about living its moments. Whether they be quiet ones spent observing lotus blooms on tranquil lakes, or thrilling ones riding motorbikes through chaotic city traffic. And so we continue our journey through this exotic land of contrasts, where past meets present at every turn, where every flavor has a story to tell, and where each moment holds a new surprise, because this is life in Vietnam. Mysterious yet inviting, exotic yet familiar. And remember, Vietnam isn't just a destination. It's an experience that leaves an indelible imprint on your soul and beckons you to return. So here's to the magic that is Vietnam. May it continue to bewitch us with its charm and allure. So, my dear friend, let's take a moment to reflect on the journey we've just embarked upon together. You and I, traversing through the enchanting landscapes of Vietnam. A place that's not just another pin on the world map, but an exquisite tapestry woven with threads of culture, history, and humanity. Vietnam is a testament to resilience and beauty emerging from chaos. Its past is marred by wars and strife, yet it has risen like a phoenix from its ashes, still wearing its wounds, not as scars, but as badges of honor. A walk down any Vietnamese street is like stepping into a time machine, where ancient traditions coexist harmoniously with modern aspiration. Imagine strolling through Hanoi's old quarter, each step echoing tales of bygone eras. The aroma of pho wafting through narrow alleys entwined with the scent of incense from hidden temples. And amidst this symphony for senses lies tranquility in the form of Hon Kiem Lake, serene and soothing. Then there's Saigon or Ho Chi Minh City, where skyscrapers kiss the sky while motorbikes whiz past old French colonial buildings. It's an electrifying fusion staged on bustling streets where banh mi vendors vie for attention against chic cafes serving world-class cuisine. This country isn't simply about moving cities, though. It possesses an ethereal beauty in quieter corners, too. Picture yourself cruising along Halong Bay, its emerald waters dotted with limestone karsts shrouded in mist. Or trekking across terraced rice fields in Sapa that roll out like nature's green carpet sprinkled with wildflowers. Yet, what makes Vietnam truly magnetic goes beyond sights alone. It lies within its soulful connections, held together by shared bowls of steaming noodles under neon signs or over cups of café siwa da at roadside stalls. The Vietnamese are storytellers who etch their narratives in everything they do. Whether it's the intricate embroidery of ethnic tribes, the rhythmic dance of puppeteers over water, or the silent language of sand dunes changing shapes with winds. Each is a chapter of an unending saga. And then there's food, a love letter to anyone who dares to venture beyond familiar flavors. From street-side grills serving sizzling seafood to high-end eateries, concocting fusion delicacies, Vietnamese cuisine is an adventure in itself. It's where fiery chilies meet cooling herbs and bitter melon pairs with sweet mangoes. Every dish is a balance as perfect as yin and yang yet. Vietnam's allure also lies beneath its surface, quite literally so. Descend into the world's largest caves in Phong An Ke Bang National Park, or dive into Nha Trang waters teeming with vibrant marine life. Surprises await at every depth. But let's not forget about its festivals. From Tet's nationwide exuberance marking Lunar New Year, to Hoi and Lantern Festival transforming nights into glowing spectacle. Each celebration echoes community spirit and shared joy that transcends generation. This journey through Vietnam is like flipping through pages of an enthralling novel, where each city represents a different genre, and every experience adds another layer to your understanding of this beautiful country. However, remember this: Vietnam isn't just about what meets the eye or touches your palate. It's about heartbeat you feel when you sit on plastic stools sharing laughter with locals over cold beers, or when elderly women bless you at ancient pagodas for no reason but kindness. It's about those moments when you find yourself lost amidst chaos only to discover something profound within yourself. Resilience, perhaps, or a newfound appreciation for life's simple pleasures often overlooked back home. In essence, Vietnam isn't just a destination. It's an emotion that seeps into your consciousness subtly yet profound. It's a place that moves you, transforms you, and stays with you long after you've departed its shore. So as we conclude this journey today, imagine holding a piece of Vietnam within your heart. A mosaic of experiences that are as diverse and vibrant as the country itself. From its pulsating cities to tranquil countrysides, from its tangible charms to intangible connections, every facet of Vietnam is an ode to life's splendid variety. Remember this: experiencing Vietnam isn't simply about crossing off another destination on your bucket list. It's about immersing yourself in a symphony of experiences that resonate deeply with your soul, making you feel more connected to the world around, and perhaps even to yourself. And while our conversation may end here today, the story of Vietnam continues unfolding chapter by chapter in the lives it touches and changes forever. So here's to the magic that is Vietnam, an enchanting enigma waiting for explorers like you who dare to veer off beaten paths into realms unknown yet fascinatingly beautiful. May your own tale within its borders be just as captivating when you decide one day, under some distant sky stirred by wanderlust, that it's time for life in Vietnam, the most exotic and mysterious country in Asia's country in Asia.